Your phone buzzes. You look. Nothing important. You look again 10 minutes later anyway. You tell yourself it's willpower. It isn't. The real answer is far stranger. Your brain was built for a world that no longer exists. A world of scattered berries and unpredictable danger. A world where checking, scanning, and searching kept you alive. That world is gone. But the wiring stayed exactly the same. Here's the part nobody tells you. You are not addicted to your phone. You are addicted to not knowing what's on it. In the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner ran an experiment with pigeons and a lever. Press the lever, get food. Simple enough. But Skinner noticed something odd. When food came every single time, the pigeons pressed calmly. When food came randomly, unpredictably, sometimes after one press, sometimes after 20, the pigeons pressed constantly, frantically. They couldn't stop. He called it a variable ratio reinforcement schedule, a clinical name for a very simple trick. Uncertainty is more addictive than reward. Think about that for a second. Not the reward. The uncertainty. Your phone runs on the exact same schedule. Every time you unlock it, you don't know what you'll find. Maybe a message, maybe nothing, maybe something that makes your whole day better. That maybe is the hook, not the notification itself. The not knowing. Decades after Skinner's pigeons, a neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz put this idea under a microscope. He studied dopamine, the brain chemical everyone blames for pleasure. But Schultz found something surprising. Dopamine doesn't spike when you get the reward. It spikes right before. In the gap, in the anticipation. Your brain, in other words, isn't chasing satisfaction. It's chasing the moment just before satisfaction. The reach for the phone matters more chemically than what's actually on the screen. So why does this feel personal? Why does it feel like a flaw in you specifically? Because for most of human history, this system worked in your favor. Imagine your ancestors walking through tall grass 60,000 years ago. A rustle. Was it wind? Was it a predator? The uncertainty itself triggered a flood of attention, a spike of alertness that kept them scanning, checking, staying alive long enough to find out. The humans who ignored uncertainty didn't get a second chance to learn from it. You are the descendant of the ones who checked. Now fast forward, there is no predator in the grass anymore. But there's a red circle with a number on it, and your ancient alarm system doesn't know the difference. It just knows something is unresolved. This is where an anthropologist named Natasha Schull enters the story. She spent years studying something you wouldn't expect: slot machine design in Las Vegas. She sat with designers as they explained openly how they engineer games to keep players in what she called the machine zone, a state where time disappears, where the goal isn't even winning anymore. It's staying in the loop. Schull's work eventually got noticed by people outside the casino industry, people who design the apps on your phone. The pull to refresh gesture, the one where you drag your thumb down and wait for new content to load. A former Google design ethicist named Tristan Harris pointed out that it mimics, almost exactly, the pull of a slot machine lever. Drag, release, wait, see what you got. Your thumb has learned a casino move, and you never signed up to learn it. Here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. None of this is an accident. It isn't a side effect of technology. It is the business model. Every app competing for your attention has, at some point, run tests on exactly which colors, which sounds, which delays make you check one more time. Not because they hate you, because attention is the product being sold, and you are where it's harvested. But wait, if the pull is this ancient, this hardwired, are you just powerless against it? Not quite. And this is where the story turns. Skinner's pigeons never knew they were in an experiment. You do. That single fact changes everything. Awareness doesn't erase the pull, but it interrupts the automatic part. The part that happens before you've even decided to look. Try this the next time your hand drifts toward your phone without a reason. Pause for exactly 1 second. Ask yourself what you're actually expecting to find. Most of the time, you won't have an answer. That gap, the one between reaching and knowing, is precisely the mechanism Schultz measured in the brain. Naming it out loud weakens it. There's something almost funny about how simple the fix looks on paper. Turn off non-essential notifications. Leave your phone in another room during meals. Set your screen to grayscale so the dopamine-triggering colors lose their pull. None of these are groundbreaking, but knowing why they work, rather than just being told to do them, is what makes people actually stick with them. Because willpower was never the missing ingredient. Understanding was, think back to that ancestor in the grass, the rustle, the uncertainty, the reach to find out. For them, checking meant survival. For you, checking mostly means nothing. A promotional email, an update nobody asked for, a red circle that resets itself the moment you look away. The tool has changed. The alarm hasn't caught up. And maybe that's the real discovery here. Not that you're weak-willed or lazy or somehow more distracted than people used to be. It's that you're running very old software on very new hardware, and the mismatch is being exploited by people who understand your wiring better than you do. So the next time your phone buzzes and you feel that familiar pull, pause for just a moment before you look. Ask yourself, is this the rustle in the grass, or is it just the wind? Because the real reason you can't stop checking your phone was never about the phone at all. It was always about the gap, the one your ancestors couldn't survive without noticing, the one you still can't walk past even now.